I kind of liked it because I was in my room, like literally, yeah, miking fucking butterflies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so just want to say thank you for taking your time and talking with us. For the first question, you were involved with a handful of other musical projects throughout your time growing up as a musician, and you eventually start releasing material under the name White Fence about 2010, I believe. Was there a turning point for you that made you want to start producing your own music by yourself, or was this something that you always just had inside you that you wanted to do?
It wasn't something I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to be like in a band. I always want to, the camaraderie and democracy of that. But I think it was a mix of things. Being in a band, full-on band. Yeah, I don't know, just maybe writing songs, recording them just for me. Because the whole White Fence thing wasn't even supposed to be a thing. It was just recordings I did at home. Mm-hmm. And it kind of, so then it was just like a bedroom project. But then it kind of, yeah.
You just start to amass a large quantity of recordings, you figure?
Yeah, and I just happened to show my brother. And he was like, "This is really good. Like, you should put this out." I'm like, "No, these are just, nah, So it was never supposed to come out. But then he showed it to this guy Eric, who ran this label, Make a Mess, and he was like, "I'll put this out. We'll do 1,000 copies." And I was like, "Okay." So and then it kind of started. People kind of, I got word that people liked it, so then we put together a band.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, you're kind of like, if you were to ask a casual fan, they'd probably say, "Oh, he's a 4-track cassette bedroom poor studio kind of guy."
Yeah.
Was that an intentional choice, or was that just what you had at the time, or?
That was all I had. I don't know how to do anything. Like I know nothing about like recording gear, but I know a 4-track. And at the time, I knew GarageBand, so I kind of just figured out how to make those work together.
So was it a combination of the two? Like you're doing 4-track stuff with the GarageBand stuff?
Yeah, it's like bouncing in to GarageBand, then bouncing back to the 4-track, bouncing back to GarageBand, like a lot of that.
Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah. If I needed more tracks or something.
Because like I would say, for like a typical 4-track bedroom recording, you have a lot of layers going on, and at first it might not seem like that, but after repeat listens, you could tell there's a lot of bouncing down. It's a lot of it like thought out beforehand. To me, it kind of seems like it's a lot of it improvisation while you're recording.
Yeah.
Is that kind of your process?
Yeah. I would basically just write a song, or kind of.
Yeah.
Record it, like with acoustic guitar, and then just add and add and add, and it was like an all day, all night thing. Or maybe it took a week, I don't know, but it was just like, so maybe I put too much stuff on there, because when you're at home alone, you could do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So.
Especially, like you said, you weren't, when you don't intend for an audience to hear it, and you're just making it for yourself, I mean, anything goes, right?
Exactly, yeah. And maybe I was like experimenting with what I could do, and then I just happened to leave it on there, like, oh, what does this like children's xylophone sound like, I'll follow you.
I heard you talk talk about how you were not originally, but when you were younger, called yourself a gangster. You know,
Well,
I'm joking a little bit, but you know, you liked hip hop and it seems like gangster rap a little bit. And I don't think at first it's obvious how that influenced your music, but in the most obvious way, with the drum samples.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, one, why, and two, what was your process, like recording wise and you know, gathering the samples wise? Because I know you didn't use a drum machine. I've heard you talk about that. So, like, what was your process there? Where'd you get those samples from?
Oh. Oh my god, I don't know. I think I know in GarageBand at the time you could drag like an MP3 into there and chop it up there.
Yeah.
I know it's not very cool. I wish I did it like they did it, you know.
Yeah.
But so that, and then also there was like a website that had a bunch of breaks on it, like but like, you know, you had to download the zip file. It was like kind of sketchy, but yeah.
Were you finding a sample and then writing to that, or did you already have the riff on guitar and then you put the sample on
That's
top?
a good question. Well, sometimes, yeah. There's been a few where I just had the sample and loop going and then wrote on top of that. Basically, like, it's like jamming with a drummer, basically, you know.
Yeah.
But I had that. And I think like the loving rap early on gave like it felt okay to do that. And like I love the way like I don't know the crunched like sample drum sound on hip hop records. I don't know, it just sounds cool.
Yeah, definitely.
So I didn't feel like I was cheating or anything or like, you know, like it felt good. But wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, and sometimes these things I downloaded had BPMs. So if like I happened to write a song at 120 BPM, I'd be like, oh, are there any like, you know? Yeah.
That's cool, man. Going right off of that,
You gotta take a call?
No. I'm putting on my emergency phone recording app because we had a disaster the last time we did this. So
we've had recording equipment die in the middle of recording.
No, it's sick. I think it'd be cool if you took a call mid interview.
You're like, dude, I'm not doing anything.
Like,
right
so the samples. 1 second. I gotta take a call real quick.
The last time I had like a little, you know, like those little cassette dictation machines.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're doing the Gory interview, and all of a sudden halfway through it's just eating the tape, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
But going right off of your love of rap when you were younger, I know you were also into reggae and dancehall stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a big shift when Nirvana came out. I wanted to know what was that attraction that made your musical attention shift over to them?
Oh, well, there's like a little overlap there. I mean, yes, you are right. Dancehall and reggae and rap. That was like everything. But also like I was really into like Guns N' Roses, you know, because I'm of that. I was like the perfect age for that, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And but also I have a cousin in he lived in Carlsbad, and he was my fave because he showed me all this amazing music, you know, pre-internet, and he would like dub me tapes of the Smiths and My Bloody Valentine and like Youth Brigade and I don't know, all this cool indie music that wasn't like on the radio or whatever. And it like blew my mind like for real. So I had that like cassette. So I had that. So that was kind of like a leeway into, and then when you're like 13, 14 or whatever, you hear Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's like, oh shit. Yeah.
So those kinds of influences from the Smiths, My Bloody Valentine were a little pre-Nirvana for you.
Yeah. It was like, I knew I loved it, but I didn't fully maybe understand it, you know? But I knew it sounded really good. Like the first song on Loveless, like that was just like blew my mind when I was a kid. you know. And then like when you get into Nirvana, you read their interviews and they're talking about all these punk bands, you know, like MDC and Black Flag and like SSD or whatever. So then you're like, oh, that's the music my cousin was kind of talking about. So it was like that, yeah. So that's my band. Nirvana is my band.
I was gonna say not just with his music, but Kurt like brought so much attention to so many indie artists just by giving so many interviews like that.
Yeah.
That pointed the direction for a lot of young kids to be like, oh, I should check that person out, like Daniel Johnston.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Because, you know, like now it's like Spotify. It's like, oh, I throw on like whatever and it recommends all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was like the word of mouth version from a cool guy, cool rock star guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me just jump in real quick. When you started to listen to this music, Nirvana, etc., was your friends at the time in school also into that music? You guys were playing together? Or?
Yeah, there was like two guys.
Yeah.
Two other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Ken Kirby. Yeah, he had like all the bootlegs, Nirvana bootlegs. Yeah, we were straight up like nerds about it.
Yeah.
Like buying all the bootlegs, like B-sides and everything.
I can only imagine before the internet, you kind of had to be obsessive about it to keep a catalog.
Yeah. And maybe that's like why I started like getting into music, like nerding out on music. Like, oh, what's their first album like? And like, oh, what's their 10th album like? You know, all these other bands, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And going off of what you just said, where like each album of one artist could be so different, you've been fortunate enough to be counted amongst the ranks of the members of The Fall.
Yeah.
And I saw that on the writing credits for Reformation Post TLC, you're like listed among the writing credits with Mark E. Smith. Can you describe what it was like to work with him and write with him?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a long story, but the short version is he was like, write us songs.
Really?
We're recording in 3 days. So me and Rob Barbato and Orfeo tried to write some songs, and then in the studio, Mark's like, play it more like this.
Mm.
Yeah, I was like, okay, more like this.
That's very surprising to hear, because I would have always assumed that Marquis Smith was so in control of the writing on his own terms.
Oh, dude, he's so in control, but in like a more of like a like mystical way. Like you could tell, like he knew what he wanted, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He just like it was just the way he would dictate it was interesting.
Kind of like maybe an Andy Warhol vibe, where he had like a million artists around him and he wanted to like shape.
Yeah.
Like, so he could get a vibe of the room. Sort of.
Yeah. But he was like stoked with our flexibility in that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say like mostly, yeah, me and Rob, and then his wife at the time, Elena, kind of wrote those songs.
That's cool. Would you say that the public image that Marquis Smith had kind of matched how he really was? Or would you say there was a difference or maybe softness to him that's a little bit different? No?
No. Yeah. I had some soft moments, like where he was felt a little vulnerable, but his vulnerable is like not everyone else's level of vulnerable, you know.
Right.
But yeah, he definitely like a one of a kind guy. Like I've never met anyone like him in my life. Yeah.
Can I ask, from that whole experience with him, what is something that you took away from him creatively that you still incorporate with your music?
To not sound like The Fall.
Fair.
He hated that. Whenever there was a band or even if you covered the band, like Sonic Youth, like covered The Fall, he was like, fuck that shit. So anytime there was a band that sounded like say we were at a festival and it sounded like The Fall, he was like anti that.
Did he have a go-to that like he specifically thought were ripping him off?
Yeah. I don't know if I should say. I mean, maybe it's common. Like Pavement, I think.
I think I remember hearing articles about that. He had strong opinions about Pavement. I've heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few others, but
if you want, you can tell us afterwards. If you don't
yeah.
It's all good. When this is all down, like you'll let us know.
I don't want to squeal.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And I also wanted to ask, one of my favorite projects of yours has to be Drinks with Kate LeBon.
Yeah. Those
rhythms on all the recordings, it feels like the first time listening to it every time. The way that those hit. I want to know, with that project, what were some of the goals that you went into it with Kate?
Well, that was a really like cleansing project, because we almost tried to like throw away everything we knew, like the constraints of like folk rock or psychedelic rock or anything. Like, I think we were both kind of looking for a way to kind of express ourselves beyond that and not be, because I feel like when you write songs in a certain way for a long time, it kind of just becomes, I don't know, like a drag. And if you have more things you want to try, like, it was just we were anti, like, everything. Like, there was no rules, and like, it was just like there was a freedom there. Yeah. It was like a purge.
Like an exorcism.
A little bit, yeah. Like, do the things on record that you would hold back on before. Like, oh, I can't do that. Yeah. It's like, well, okay, well then do that. Right. Like telling the drummer to play like a 5-year-old, or something.
Tim?
That kind of shit. But, yeah. Yeah, it was like a palate cleanser for sure. And in that is like, you really can get creative to the max.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The band you're co-headlining with tonight, Woods.
Yes.
I know you have some history with them. I know the guitarist James Earl is, or Jeremy Earl's label, Woodsis, I believe, in Brooklyn, put out his Strong Faith, as well as the Family Perfume stuff.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how you met them and your relationship throughout the years, knowing them? Okay,
yeah. I was just telling someone this the other day, because I feel like sometimes when we play Woodsis, we're like the odd band, Like maybe a little too aggro for it, even though I love it. Woodsis Fest is the best. But so I think someone was asking, like, why are you guys here again? So that first White Fence record, the one I kind of mentioned earlier, that my brother was like, oh, you should put this out. This dude Eric put it out. Only 1,000 vinyl copies, that was it. No digital or anything. And then This was still in the time of MySpace. Are you guys too young for MySpace?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
You
we
did?
were right in there.
Right at the end?
tail end
Yeah.
of it.
You caught the wave at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Morby, somehow, I forget how he found it, but he was like, oh, this is amazing. I got to send it to Jeremy because he had a label, Woodsist, at the time. And so he sent it to him, and then Jeremy hit me up. And he's like, well, okay, so the vinyl thing's sorted. Can I make a CD version of that first album? I was like, yeah. And then we just kind of kept going from there. Yeah. Because I think the vinyl, 1,000 copies, was cool. And I like that kind of like limited run, I guess, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt special. But also like people were still asking to buy it and they were gone, you know? And I was like, well, if I turn this into a band, then we're going to need records and CDs or whatever. CDs are a digital type of music that you put into a CD player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just live in your car.
Yeah, you used to be able to put it in your car next to your phone that was in the car. Car phone.
Attached to the car.
Yeah. Just history.
Well,
I'm
that-
giving a full history of
Recording
everything.
mediums.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that, like, when we used to, or I used to, have a show, we would have our albums for sale. No one would want the CDs. People would be buying the cassettes way quicker than the CDs.
Oh, yeah. Euros used to love the CD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make CDs for the Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're finally at that time in America where just the kitschiness of that little rectangle, people are loving that right now.
The CD?
No, the cassettes right now.
Yeah, cassettes have been like cool for a minute, like still.
Yeah.
CDs, no.
Nah.
Again, CDs they're like a shape, like this, and you put them in a thing.
We have a collection here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want CDs to come back.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
I was gonna say the only time like I like CDs is like it would force me to just listen to full albums in the car instead of
Yeah,
whatever, you know.
totally. Well, tapes too,
Mm-hmm.
because I ripped tapes a lot, like when I was younger, in my or like even in college years, like driving to college or whatever, and you can't like, you can fast forward, but you might as well just let the side
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes they were their own little like gift baskets with what was inside, like little booklets and stuff that you could just read along with everything.
Yeah.
I always hated the booklets and
Really?
stuff. So.
Oh.
It's like because like obviously when you get an LP, it's like this huge booklet. You're like, wow, sometimes there's a name.
Oh, you don't like it
on
because the print is too small?
Yeah, I guess it kind of like ruins it for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so going back to a little bit your time with, in the past putting out material with White Fence. So each album you put out got a little more and more polished as time went on. Really like hitting the peak, I'd say, with For the Recently Found Innocent. Which we'll talk about that album in a second because I have follow-up questions. But was the polishing of your sound, was that just a natural byproduct of you getting better at recording? Or were you kind
Yeah.
of getting over the lo-fi, like...
No, it was like, because when I did the first batch of songs, I was just learning. Like, I didn't know anything. So I think I literally did it every day at night, you know? Like, I didn't go out. I didn't really do anything. Probably, like, made people hate me or whatever. But that's what I did. And I think I got better at definitely the 4-track to, like, kind of learn the nuances with that. And then, yeah, also the computer too, because I'm so dumb when it comes to like Pro Tools or GarageBand or Logic. Yeah, I just got better. But then there did come a time where I was like, okay, I think I need to switch it up because nothing's sounding good, you know? And that's when, like, Ty recorded For the Recently Found Innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, so my follow-up question with that was going to be the recording process with that, and I would assume, I know he has a 1-inch 16-track, so I'm assuming that album was recorded on that?
1 inch. Was it? Yeah, I think so.
I've just seen pictures. He has the same one as me, which is it's 1 inch. So I think, for as far as I know, that's the one he's had for years. Obviously,
Dude, I think
don't
it was.
know.
I think part of it was an 8-track. It was before he got.
Oh, okay.
Because then we took it to Eric Bauer's studio. I think a lot of it was his 8-track.
Gotcha. So what was the production process for that album? Did that album, because like, you know, obviously you have the collaboration with Ty, with Hair and Joy, which you could hear elements from both of you guys very clearly in that. But
Yeah.
for the Recently Found Innocent, it sounds primarily you. So what was Ty's role in the process of the production?
Okay. He played drums on half of it. Yeah, it was kind of it was like, here's the song. And he has this knack for like not even hearing the whole song and knowing exactly where the chorus is, the bridge, like everything. Like even if it's weird, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he played some drums on it, and he just recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Whenever I recommend your music to people, I recommend that album because to me, it's the most accessible, I guess is the best word.
It's kind of the most fully formed or something.
Was there a specific reason for that happening, or?
No, Ty's kind of like a purist dude, you know? He's like, he's like, let's go, let's do it, you know? It's not like, oh, what would happen if you mic'd a garden snake and then ran it through a Leslie speaker and then, yeah. No, it's like, let's go, you know? Like, strict rock and roll shit, you know. I mean, he's down to experiment, but I kind of liked it because I was in my room, like literally, yeah, miking fucking butterflies.
Really?
Yeah. So I wanted to like kind of go and just cut it in that way,
Gotcha.
you know.
I guess before you go on to your questions, I'll finish up with Ty questions.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Hair came out in 2012, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
7 years later, Joy came out. It's now 8 years later.
I know.
So naturally, I'm inclined to ask: is there any inkling that there might be a future collaboration or no?
Literally just talked about it like last week.
Yeah.
He's like, let's do it. That's how it always goes. He's like, we should do it. Okay.
I promised myself I wouldn't suck your ass too hard in
Yeah.
this interview, but for me, really both, but maybe a little more Hair. I really think that we were trying to think of the other day, like what two artists who have collaborated, like put out material that's like really something more than their solo material, that's like really brings it to the next level.
Yeah,
And we really couldn't think of anyone. Like when you guys did that, both those collaborations, it really, you know, it's one of my favorite, you know, projects ever.
Cool.
So like I love it. That's my
Yeah.
extent of sucking ass. But so you know, naturally I have questions about it, and
Okay.
I guess we'll just start with Hair. Or I guess both, because the questions go to both. You know, what was?
But you're telling me you like it better than Lou Reed and Metallica?
Lorry, when things got pretty gory as I crossed into Brandenburg.
Well,
It's a pretty
I mean,
powerful combo.
That's actually one of his favorites.
Is really?
Oh.
Dude, no, couldn't be. Like
No?
I love Lou Reed, but that being something born out of a friendship between Lou and Lars Ulrich, just like it could have just stayed
Oh.
friends.
Right.
Yeah, that could have just stayed.
Yeah, that's one of those sessions that like stay hidden for a while, and like 50 years later, like, oh,
Yeah.
this is interesting.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's no metal machine music.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the songwriting process with you and Mr. Siegel, you know, like I said before, it seemed to be a pretty even combination of both your influences. Like, what's the songwriting process? You guys just went straight into the studio and started writing?
No, it started as he was like, we should do a split record. 7-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch,
Mhm.
whatever. I was like, yeah, I'm down. You know, like 4 songs on each side, you know. And then we got together. We were in San Francisco, and we just started writing songs. Like Time, the first song, like we sat down and like that was the first thing that came out. It was kind of like really special because like doing a collab can be really tricky, you know. Like you're intimidated. You don't want to be overbearing. You don't want to be the guy like, or gal, trying like running the show and you're just kind of happy to be there.
Mhm.
You know, you want it to be like a real, like, meshed thing, and it was. It was literally like I forget. Someone played the verse chords, then someone played the chorus chords, and it just worked. And it was like, oh, damn, we can like write songs together. That's cool.
Mhm.
And it was super easy. There was no like power trip or ego trip. Yeah, I think that's why that record's so good because it was 2 people on the same wavelength.
How did you guys?
Mutual respect.
Yeah.
And mutual respect, yeah. And I think like we did have, and this is a little maybe the trade secret. I mean, like we kind of both were bonding on like the Pretty Things, SF Sorrow, and Parachutes. I don't know. There was like a couple references where we, like I don't think any of it sounds like that, but that was kind of our. We had like a reference. I don't know. Yeah, you know when you meet someone and you just hit it off.
Mhm.
It was kind of like that musically.
Me and this guys.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been in bands in the
No,
past.
we definitely our work relationship mimics what you're talking about, where we do really well together. Like we've worked with other people, and it's like you
Yeah.
said, it sometimes you have to take the back seat, sometimes you have to take the front seat. It's but when you find that working relationship,
Yeah.
where it's truly 50-50, it's really fun.
Yeah, it's not like, damn, he's always in the front seat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like you can sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how much fun it is to bounce off each other, like in
Yeah.
the process of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know, it's cool. I think it's rare. I had that definitely with Kate as well.
Mm.
Like it was just so, it's like basically melding 2 brains together.
hmm
Yeah.
And it's very rare.
How did
It's very
you and Ty first meet?
Dude, I don't remember. I know my brother, he was in a band called Nods, and he knew Ty earlier than me. I think when Ty, yeah, because like I think Nods played with Traditional Fools. Like I think that one of Ty's earlier bands, you know? And I'm not sure because I have the worst memory, you know? That I want to say I was coming out of a venue, the Hemlock, and Ty, after a set, and Ty was like, dude, that record's rad, good set, we should do a split. I think that's how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I think. I could be wrong
That's good.
though.
I guess I'm just gonna end the interview with one last question.
About these socks?
I love those socks. Is that rayon?
What?
Is that rayon fiber?
No, they're just, they're blessed.
Blessed.
Yeah, they're from the Vatican.
Oh, really?
This is where the Pope gets his socks.
The same maker.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Can I have them?
You cannot. After the set, I'll give them to you.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you toss them into the crowd, just look for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a fun one. What is an artist you're currently listening to that you feel deserves more attention than that you'd like to shout out?
Oh. Like any artist? Did you
And,
say new or?
A little obscure, right?
obscure that maybe is not in the limelight as much as they should for how great you think that they are.
Oh, well, one of my favorite bands, because I grew up in the Bay, like San Francisco area. One of my faves was this band called the Eisler Set.
The Eisler set.
Yeah, and they were older than me, and they just kind of got together and did a show at like an art museum in SF. And I always felt like, in my mind, in my like Bay Area mind, like they're like a classic band, like
Mm.
like how the Grateful Dead is synonymous with, you know,
Yeah.
just like I don't know. They were one, but yeah, I can hear them a lot in especially during that kind of like garage rock kind of revival thing, like in 2012 or whatever, 2014. I feel like I could hear the Eisler set, but maybe they didn't even know that band or whatever.
Right.
But I feel like they deserve more props. But a new band, I know he's getting a lot of love now, but I think Kai from Sharp Pins is a really good songwriter. And I don't know.
Do you have any guilty pleasure music?
Oh.
You'd be almost embarrassed, like, I'm a huge Swiftie, or...
Oh, no. Although, I'm starting to fuck with this, I know it's like all over the place, but Dylan, the drummer, showed me Illegal by Pink Panthers.
Okay, I know that. Yeah,
I like that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty sick, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
Hells yeah. That's awesome.
I once said that I don't have, like, any guilty pleasures because it's all good, you know?
Mhm.
But I remember the other day I was listening to something and I was like, yeah, this is like a guilty pleasure, but I can't remember what it was.
Mhm.
It was like,
It's not popular.
no, it was, well, it's like super popular. I think that's why.
Really?
What was it?
Imagine he was like Despacito.
What?
Despacito.
What's that?
You've heard that song
Song
before.
from years ago.
Despacito. It came out, I don't know, 5 summers ago.
What, like a TikTok song?
Yeah, very much so. I would say.
Is it? Oh, I thought that was like before TikTok.
I don't have TikTok, you see, so I don't know.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
It was something like James Taylor or something.
That's guilty pleasure?
No, I know, that's not that guilty. It wasn't that. It was something like that.
Yeah, that's the most beautiful stuff in the world. That's like
It is
stuff
beautiful.
To be guilty of that. That's
No,
like,
see, that's why
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to the guilty pleasure because
Agree.
it's all good.
Yeah.
It was a trick question by you.
Oh, sure. Well, hey, that was from him.
Oh, it was a trick question. You tried to trap me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I have a bunch of like small questions. If we still have like 30
Yeah,
minutes till
hit me, dude.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Timmy Stardust.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about that moniker.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because this is the type of venue that the Nerve Agents would have played.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we didn't, but it's like perfect. Dude, I feel like I've seen like old photos of like Negative Approach playing in a place exactly like this.
It's very Moose Lodge, very
Yeah.
American Legion.
It's sick,
got
dude.
that.
Yeah.
I love that vibe.
Me
man.
too.
Yeah, it's so organic for young people putting on their own shows.
Yeah.
That it's got a freedom to it. I'm very grateful for the First Unitarian Church and the booking agency to have that kind of venue.
Just
Yeah.
being that we're in a church and a Sunday school, feel free to not answer this question because it is pushing a little bit, but you
What?
have the album, which is my favorite of yours, Growing Faith, White Fence's Growing Faith.
Oh, okay.
Is there any religious undertones to that or faith in a different sense?
Faith in a different sense.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it was informed by a like Christian pamphlet.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. But it's not supposed to be religious at all.
Mhm.
No. It's faith, yeah, in yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
That's
everything.
how did you pick up on that? Oh, because faith.
Yeah, just growing, is Growing Faith. And then when we found out that this show tonight was in the church, I was
Yeah.
just like, I just saw.
Very religious. Oh, I got the socks and everything.
Yeah,
Is that why you asked?
We're on to you.
One, two,
Yeah.
three, the Holy Trinity right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually starts every show with, I want to talk about our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a moment and yeah.
Give thanks.
Yeah.
I have some other minor ones. Webbed feet. Do you actually have webbed feet?
Oh, dude. Yeah.
To help you swim?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
that why
like
you get the special socks, right?
I'm like
So-
10% frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I do. only on 2. It's not like the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, like my whole family, our second and third toe is like webbed. But like just that toe. But like a little
Same.
bit. Oh, that toe?
Are we related?
We might be
Yeah.
related, Tim.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same.
That's my dad.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not that old, bro. Big toe, right? And then boom, boom.
Yeah.
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 Long lost uncle.
Dude, you're my cousin.
We're cousins.
That was
Oh, Timmy Stardust was my punk name.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
any influence from Ziggy Stardust or just
None, dude.
None.
No, just kidding. No, it did. Yeah.
collective unconscious.
Yeah. It actually has nothing to do with David Bowie. I came up with it, and David Bowie ripped me off.
That seems right.
Yeah.
I checked his age.
No, it was just the singer of the Nerve Agents called me that
Gotcha.
because I love David Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was there.
So it was kind of a joke.
Do you? I know you do painting. I know you went to school for painting.
Yeah, some of my work is right here.
Yeah, we'll get close-up shots of that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Is that just something for pleasure for you? Do you ever do any like expositions anywhere? Or?
I have, yeah. Last year at a gallery, Sade Gallery in LA. But a lot like the origins of White Vans, I do it for me. I hope this doesn't sound like tacky, but I really do it for me without the. I don't think about showing anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. It's like my therapy to do that.
You don't have them.
I would center myself.
Yeah. You don't have them up anywhere, right? 'Cause I tried to look, but I didn't see the website or.
What to sell?
No, just to look at it.
Oh. Well, there's some on Instagram, but like that's the other thing. I feel like so embarrassed about like promoting them, like showing them. I know I should maybe, but yeah, it's not until someone goes, "Hey, you should do something with that,"
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I think we can say that right now. You should definitely show because we enjoy them. What we've seen so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I'm definitely into it though. I mean, I haven't toured because I was doing that.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for like 6 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I kind of just pivoted to doing like art. Yeah.
So obviously you have some album covers that you're painting. I assume that you're paintings. Cyclops Reaps.
Cyclops Reap.
Reap. Sorry. Now I sound like
You
a
had
fan.
no. You had wait. You said Cyclops Reaps?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Cyclops Reap. Right.
Yeah. Nailed it.
I'll Photoshop all that audio.
Yeah, Photoshop that.
The album cover of that, back of your head basically, the back of your back, and it's interesting. If I feel like any other artist, I'd be like, what is this? Like, why was this chosen? But for that album, it makes sense somehow. And I'm just curious, like, what, how did you come upon that to be the album cover?
It's a really good question. I think I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a deeper meaning to it.
It doesn't have to be super deep. It
No.
could just be that you felt like drawing it.
Well, it's a photo of my back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I must have just been feeling that way that day.
Mhm. And almost like,
I'd love to hear what you think.
well,
Turn my back on society.
yeah, like I was like, I wasn't necessarily looking for a deeper meaning behind it. So I don't really like to do that. I don't like to try to find meanings in other people's work too much.
Really?
It's more, they used to say in school, in like, elementary school and middle school, whatever, it's not the artist's intent, it's what you get from it. And I always thought that was the stupidest thing when I was a kid. I was like, what the
Really?
fuck do you mean? Like, it's what the artist did. That's what they intended. But once I started making my own music,
Yeah.
and I would make a song or an album, whatever, with a certain intent, and then I would listen to it years later, and I would get something completely different than when I originally anticipated.
Yes, dude.
So I was like, wow, like they were 100% right. It is what you get from it. So from that aspect, it's like I try not to think too much about like what's going through your head or whatever artist's head, but kind of a parallel, not theme-wise or motif-wise at all, but Bob Dylan's Blonde on Blonde cover, where it's just his face, but the camera's shaky. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's just like when I see that album cover, it's like, why the fuck would they choose that? But as the years go on, I go, I understand. I guess I understand, but it kind of makes sense. Like, it's just a blurry picture of Bob Dylan. Like, it was kind of the same thing with that, where it was like, I don't know. It's more of an emotion, I feel, than like a logical reasoning why you would have chosen that. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's just a choice kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In both of those examples, I think it's just, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
That's all you need.
I think. I mean, obviously there's more to it. Like if you, maybe it's just hard to talk about or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe the market is so saturated with artists just putting their own face on.
Yeah.
Flip it around.
Well, it's something like that. Like that probably like informed it. Like it's probably a lot of different things. And then if you asked why did you do that, it's like fuck, I don't know. Like I don't know.
I mean, it's like asking, why did you play that note during that solo? It's like, well, I don't know. I just felt it.
You're
just
feeling
happened.
it.
It's
Yeah.
similar kind of feeling.
Why did I wear Pope socks today?
That was just a coincidence with the church and everything?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I
Hit me with whatever you got.
I can definitely think of some random off ones just about the albums and stuff. Do you have one of your albums that like you look back and you're like, that's the most truest intention of White Fence?
I feel like there's like a couple, but for different. I feel like Growing Faith is one for that time. That's like it's such a White Fence record because like I got comfortable, but not totally comfortable. I don't know. I look back on that kind of fondly because it was,
I mean, that's my favorite of yours.
See?
So
Yeah.
I understand. And
I feel like it encompasses that.
This next question's going to start as a compliment, but I'll figure a way to make it into a question. Your, like, I don't even know what you would call it, avant-garde sections of your songs. Like, sometimes you'll start a song with just, like, weird noises and instrumentation. And usually, like, when I hear a band do that, I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? But
Boring.
It seems to melt, like, King Crimson, the Moonchild song, that fucking 10-minute song.
Yeah.
It ruins the album for me. But anyway, it works really well, especially on Growing Faith. What is there any process for you, or is it just like literally just like throwing paint at the wall, Jackson Pollock style, and whatever comes out comes out?
I don't know. It's a little bit of that, but I think also at the time maybe I was like, I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely a randomness to it, but I think when you listen to like krautrock a lot, and like, but then also like Buddy Holly, your wires get kind of crossed. So I think like that's, I don't know. It was just a choice.
Very fair. And would you describe it more of a sound collage, as if like one sound would just be complemented perfectly on top of the other one until you get something cohesive at the end?
Yeah, it's kind of collagey. Also, I'm in my room like doing it, like probably just like, oh, what can I do on this song? How can I add to it? Maybe too much.
It was a Jackson Pollock, where the finished product of it like is this beautiful piece. Not to like constantly be complimenting you, but like it does come off that way.
Oh,
bro, we like
thank you.
Love you, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I love you guys.
I could just thinking of random questions. I could just ask you opinions on artists that I like and just curious to see what you think.
You're trying to get me to talk shit?
No, I don't. I feel like you're not the type to really.
No.
Do you talk shit about
Posterity.
artists? Really, you don't really seem like.
No, I was joking.
Going with kind of your early influences. Any interest in the Beastie Boys?
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any input? Like, I mean, Paul's Boutique's my favorite.
The best.
Mm-hmm.
The best one.
The most artful out of all of them, where the Dust Brothers were shining their brightest.
It's the best. The best sample-based thing, maybe.
I mean, they kind of ruined it for everyone else.
They did.
After that.
Yeah.
It's too perfect.
But that's sick though. They switched it up and then started doing like back to their like real instrument vibe, and that was cool. Yeah, they were, dude. I was so down.
Mm-hmm. Who else I'm trying to think. Like, I always kind of, which I don't know why I do this, but like we're from the East Coast. You know, we're from New Jersey, New York area, so the West Coast bands, like I'll just say garage rock bands, I always kind of put in the same corner of my brain. Do you ever have any connection with like John Dwyer at all?
Yeah.
You've never done any material with him, I don't believe, right?
He put out Cyclops Reed.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Castle Face Records.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
my God, yes.
Yeah, John's the homie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man's got incredible taste.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, I will have a question based on the West Coast punk rock scene. I will say, like, as a compliment, anybody growing up on the West Coast, you guys are incredibly, like, gifted and spoiled with how many great bands that have come out of that part of California. Black Flag, TSOL,
Oh, yeah.
Jerks. Where kind of over here, we're Jersey guys. All we have is the Misfits as far as notoriety.
Dude, no way. You guys got...
Yeah, I feel like we have.
You guys got... Well, the Misfits, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Youth of Today, Gorilla Biscuits, Agnostic Front.
If you're going to New York, but for Jersey,
Oh, you're talking
yes.
Jersey only?
Yeah, specifically when I Misfits. But yes, you're right, because we have, like, New York and we got the Ramones.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but where I was going with it, you guys have so much great punk rock coming out of that specific part of California, and I know one of your early bands took their name from a TSOL song?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is such a... TSOL, like, always... It's funny, they seem like one of the more artful out of all of those bands where they kind of, like, veered into, like, the death rock kind of scene. They were very, like... I don't want to say... definitely not avant-garde, but more creative.
That's why I named that band that, because it was like a transitional thing for me. Because you're right. Like the first EP of TSOL, like it's straight up like pretty much like hardcore, like you know. And then they went kind of goth or whatever. Yeah. And I always thought like, damn, that's ballsy to like switch up hardcore, because I know what it's like to be in a hardcore band. And I know what it's like to change, and everyone's like, what the hell is this? Like, this isn't what we wanted, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always thought it was brave that they did that. It's cool.
Absolutely.
So, because I was doing the same thing coming from a hardcore band to like a more like, whatever, shoegaze rock band or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What other random bands do you think? Just curious.
For Tim's opinion?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh, let me think. I guess the only
What
one.
about some bands that I'm just thinking are like somewhat similar, or like you might have gotten influence from. I always pronounce his band's name wrong, so give me a break. But Piru Ibu, right?
Oh, Piru Ibu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it seems like I don't even know how to describe their music, but they're similar
Art
kind of.
garage. That's
Yeah.
what I call it. Like, because they're pre-punk for what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, absolutely. But
Is that like influence?
Not really, but they're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely very cool.
No, they had a little lawsuit with the Misfits early on too.
Oh, really?
They had two blank records where Danzig had a blank records and they had a blank record.
Oh.
So they were fighting with each other very early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
And then like Danzig sold the name to somebody or something?
I believe so. I don't know specifics, but I remember, as you can only imagine, it pissed Danzig off quite a bit.
Are you guys huge Danzig fans? Misfits
I
fans?
respect and like his stuff. I couldn't.
I think we're all huge Misfits fans.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Danzig fans, it's.
I love the hits. I love Samhain. Like, I love that stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, there's some art, like, I never really care about the person when it comes to the music, but Danzig's one where, like, he seems like, maybe it's because he's from New Jersey.
Sure.
I feel like he's almost representing us. It's like,
Yeah, he's
why he's such a dick sometimes.
a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
What's your favorite Misfits record?
I love.
I have a cold, by the way. I'm not like
Oh, okay. It's all good. No worries.
fucking tweaking.
Yeah. No worries, man. No worries. For me, it's Static
Yeah,
Age.
me too.
Oh,
The production's fantastic on that.
okay. Check it out. Same.
Okay.
But I hadn't listened to Walk Among Us in like, I swear to God, like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like
Yeah.
perfect.
Mm-hmm. For real.
Dude, those are like very well written songs. I know they're about like ghouls and gremlins or whatever, but and skulls, but they're very good songs.
It's funny because we had this conversation very recently where I was like, I haven't listened to Misfits in a long time because I randomly started listening again the other day, and I forget how early those songs were recorded in the 70s. And
Dude,
it's
the Static Age, that's like what, 70?
late 77, I
Seven?
think.
Or something?
There was a
Yeah.
lost album from them that like got lost in the ether that got put out later, I want to say.
Yeah.
That was one of
Yeah.
the earliest forays of them in the actual studio.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I don't know their timeline super well.
I think
It's
they
confusing
put
timeline.
some of those tracks on Legacy for Brutality with maybe some overdubs or whatever, and then they released the total straight up original version, like I think in the 90s.
That sounds correct, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right. I was very fortunate enough years and years ago when the Misfits had that lineup when it was just Jerry only and two backup people, and they played all of the Static Age in Sayreville, and they were
That's
there.
Starland?
Yes.
I know that.
I know. I was very fortunate to see them.
Oh,
do
yeah?
that in completion. No Danzig, but still Jerry.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Who sang?
Jerry. He was playing bass and singing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was a three-piece, but still the Misfits, like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool if they got Jerry Lewis to sing.
Yeah, just have great balls of fire with some woes. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you like that era of rock and roll?
The original era?
Yeah, like
Yeah, dude.
like Buddy Holly and
Yeah.
Buddy Holly. I'm thinking of
Yeah, Buddy
my
Holly.
favorite- What am I thinking of?
Words?
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley.
Yeah, Bo
He's my
Diddley.
favorite. I can't remember his name, but
Yeah.
yeah, like that kind of more R&B than rock and roll, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm very, very, very down with it. I'm very into it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a level of appreciation that like has to be taught in school these days to learn your roots of like where all this popular music comes from.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think, even when I was in high school, like your high school, from what you tell me, wasn't like this, but I couldn't find that many people who played instruments.
Same.
So I can only even imagine now. I mean, it's probably so far and few between.
Mm.
I mean, you said there was only like maybe two other guys that you went to school with?
Yeah,
Was
that
it a
like
big
fucked
school,
with
or?
music. Like, yeah. No, it wasn't like big, but yeah, there was like no one that liked kind of more rock stuff and played instruments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was like one band in my school, and they only played with themselves. They wouldn't want to jam with anyone else, so like they would never let me come in and like jam. It was just like, so like first time I started like playing with people was with him in like college.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So I was a late bloomer with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a while to like get that kind of openness with another person where you're comfortable jamming with them. Just like just sporadically, like you're not even choosing a cover. You just
Mhm.
want to make some noise, like to bounce off each other.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
real.
All right, I think we're just farting along.
I would say absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I should probably
Not to drag it.
see what's up with that. The sound check
All good.
Thank you so much. Yes,
Dude,
really.
thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it, man.
Dude, I
We seriously do.
Do you have
Doesn't need a try. All the smart boys know why. Doesn't mean I didn't try.